Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I am your host, Matorius. This is part 5 of the 1872 live stream by Owen Benjamin. I want to start this off by kind of quoting myself, if you don't mind. In the last video, in the description, because there's some people that are trying to justify Owen Benjamin's comedy. And saying that I'm taking it out of context and whatever because I'm not a comedian, so I don't understand and blah, blah, freaking blah. All right. So comedy is comedy. That's sure. Yes, I agree with that. Comedy is subjective. Yes. But whenever you zoom out and take everything into consideration, just like Jim Jones wasn't just a preacher and Charlie Manson wasn't just a musician, Owen Benjamin is not just a comedian.
Mr. Owen, because of your streams, I have stopped eating and throwing...
Yes, and I do feel cringy and douchebaggery for quoting myself. Yes, 100%. Yes, I agree with you.
Manure. Also, I have got way back on sitting in the streets. If no one is around, I will take a morning dump on my way to work, because I like it. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. You are a very big man. Also, you are making some very nice cow shit in Idaho. Can you post some pictures to your Instagram? You are welcome and thank you. Petit petit. Rajit petit. And Rajit petit, no joke. No joke, guys. Gave me 5 rupees. That's an actual Indian. Mr. Big Funny Man. Let's see what's on that. So it's, I don't even know what the fuck animal. Is that supposed to be a lion? Oh yeah, because everybody when they think of India, they think of lions. Now, you should just put a steaming pile of shit. But thank you very much for the 5 rupees. Maybe I'll have to use it to bribe up a G to stop requesting Bob's and Vagine. Return. I'll give you 5 poopies. 5 poopies, 2001. Okay, I'll read it. I get very suspicious. Like people are like, well, I got banned from... By the way, if I ever ban you from something and you air your grievance on another platform, I don't even read it. I immediately ban you. Because, like, you don't understand. It's like immediate banning. That happened to me in Telegram. Like, someone said something. Like, when I was doing the Anarchy Week, it was just pulling these scumbags out of the East.
Whenever I did Anarchy Week, it was just pulling these scumbags. Well, this dude literally told another grown man on his own platform, shut the F up, F face. Scumbags. It was so interesting to watch. Not many, because it was over, 2,000 comments on the little clip that High Impact Flicks, Brian, put on YouTube. And I spent probably a good 5-10 minutes reading those comments. And I don't think, honestly, that I came across one positive comment about Owen. And so that says a lot. But I did come across, I think it was over on Instagram on Film Grain and Owen Benjamin is gay, I think. Account over there. Where there was a couple people actually justifying Owen's actions, and one of them was, I think, a lady. She said, just because you're loud doesn't mean that you're wrong, and just because you're cool, calm, and collected doesn't mean that you're right. And it's like, yeah, obviously, obviously. But see, it's just dumb. The bear goggles are a powerful piece of equipment that the bear cult uses in order to justify, ignore, overlook the downright disgusting nature of Owen Benjamin.
And they're like, government, and so I'm just banned. And then they pop into the chat and be like, I was just banned from that. And I'm like, ban. And then I saw one guy go to Twitter, he's like, oh, just banned me from both. I'm like, ban? Like, you're like scum. Like, how do you not know that, like, if you get banned from something and if you're still allowed in 2 other places, just be quiet. Like it's like they're like morons. They're just like, hey, I just got banned from a ban. Like, I'm not even going to listen to you.
This is one of the ways that you know that Owen Benjamin is a weak, pathetic excuse for a human being, especially a man, especially doing the things that he does and saying the things that he does, because he's a big bad boy behind the camera talking about all this other crap. But whenever you're actually trying to have a conversation with him, because it's interesting that he used random people popping into the chat last week or whenever the anarcho thing was. Whenever go to Milker Nation, he's got videos of Owen being extremely disrespectful to people that has been in his what was it? QAnon bear still in the cult? I hope not. I hope she's left. I haven't heard him say her name in a long time. Oh, except for right after I think the last time I heard him mention her name was right after the Bear Cult Fest, the praise and worship service of Owen Benjamin. But yeah, and then Jim Bob, Made by Jim Bob Show, he had a live stream. I don't know if it's still on his channel or not, but he had a live stream, and a real life actual bear called in and embarrassed himself, embarrassed the cult, embarrassed Owen Benjamin, because at one point he said, yeah, whenever I first got in, I said something and I didn't pay attention to how people were talking or what I could or couldn't say, and so they put me in timeout, and so I had to learn my lesson. That's the nature of Owen Benjamin, and that's the nature of cults.
I don't get anything from that. Like, I don't, it's like, well, I just wrote your paragraphs about, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's like a privilege that you get to interact with my community. Like, I don't even, you know, the people that give me great value in the comment section, which are many, would never act like a crazy person. You can always tell when someone's speaking about me in the third person, when they're like, he just said blah, blah, blah. Like, they're trying to, like, get a crowd going against me. When they're like, he just treated High Impact Flicks horribly, and he doesn't know that I'm like, ban. They're like, oh, what happened to free speech? I'm like, what do you mean free speech? Banned for life. Like, you're out of here. You don't get to talk anymore. They're like, and then they'll literally go to another platform and just start talking exactly the same way as if nothing ever happened. I'm like,
that don't sound like a cult at all. Y'all can't say whatever y'all want to. Y'all have to just say what I say. That's why I mispronounce words, and that's why I speak the way I do. And so that I know that I can tell y'all belong to me by how y'all mock me, or not mock me, but impersonate me. That's why when I say Ben Shapiro and I hear somebody say Ben Shapiro, I know that they're not part of my bear cult.
are you retarded?
Probably.
Oh, where's my Ruby? And it's not because I can't, like, it's
I hadn't really gotten the paperwork back yet, but it's definitely leaning one way.
Noise. The amount of people I interact with every day would blow your fucking mind. You know, like, I'm not even good at returning text messages, guys. Like, I'm like, text, emails, WhatsApps, DMs.
I bet he has thousands of numbers blocked on his phone because he probably has two different phones. I would imagine he has two different phones. One phone that he had with the same number that he's had since Hollywood. That way he still has other people's phone numbers. And then he has another phone number. Whenever this is just a little insight of my intentions and whatnot. Whenever I first started doing these videos, I think it's close to 10 months now. I'm not too sure. But I think 10 months ago, I was looking through my upload history. And I think 10 months ago was the first time that I put out a video saying, what's been going on with Owen Benjamin? But right after that, probably within the first couple of months, probably 2 or 3 months in, somebody contacted me. And I appreciate it. But they contacted me and they asked me, no, they just gave me the dude's number. He was like, do with it what you will. Do with it however you want to. And I didn't even read the phone number because I have no intentions of trolling them that way or giving it out to anybody or anything like that. But yeah, I don't even know why I told that story. There are trolls out there. There are people. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not going to edit that out. So be it.
Twitter responses, Telegram responses, Instagram responses, Veritarian Times responses. It's like bang, 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 just all day long. Do you think I want anybody part of that that's like not fun to interact with?
Oh, that's why. It's because I was saying his number's out there. And so I bet he does get so many text messages and probably not as many as you'd think. But I bet he gets quite a few.
Always looking to lower the noise in my life. Always looking. You know, so just understand it from my point of view. It's absolutely not because I'm scared of what you're going to say or I can't handle your proof. Or
It is definitely because he's scared of what people are going to say, because he has to. And this is one of the reasons why it's important to zoom out and take everything into consideration. He has absolutely 100% said that he has to have his echo chamber. Around the live stream that he did where he was like despair or whatever, he was just down and out because Twitter was not getting down on their hands and knees and worshiping him like his cult does. He was like, just everything sucks and blah, blah, blah. He did a live stream where he said, and I'm pretty sure it was in the title, where echo chambers are good, and I'll tell you why. Just like whenever the investment scheme of 2020, the original Bertaria scam, whenever people were accusing him of stealing, go check it out on Milker Nation's channel. He, and I quote, said, "You can't steal, it's impossible to steal, and I'm going to tell you why. You can't steal, it's impossible to steal, and I'll tell you why. There is no amount of truth, no amount of reality that actually matters to Owen Benjamin." The man who says, "I may be wrong, but I'm not lying," is definitely lying.
I don't have thick skin. I'm like, I can't, like, I'm processing so much information. It's like the Matrix, like those running things. And I'm really easy to get in contact with. You know, I will interact with you. I'll use your ideas. I will write with you. I will promote you more than anybody on the internet with an audience my size. Okay? It's not even close. But the thing that you have to remember is I'm always looking to keep that tuning fork good. Because most people let you say anything on the internet because they don't read it. You know, like Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan, like, they're not going through their comments like, "Oh, good point." Well, they don't fucking check. They don't care about you. They're always trying to get more funding, more debt, more status, more money. They don't even care about their audience. They don't know their audience's name.
Well, it's because they're actually doing something other than staying on the internet all day. A dude who says, "Oh, no, I do all of the stuff around my farm, but yet I can go through all of my comments and blah, blah, blah." He definitely has more interaction than I do, and I can't go through all of my comments like I wish I could. And it's not even close. Oh, there was a comment that said, "Oh, he's boring, blah, blah, blah. Then what is this bullshit that has a solid 500 views?" It's like, yeah, that's a fair statement. I mean, I don't know if I would have called it a solid 500 views, but yeah, no, I understand. I feel like I'm pretty self-aware of the situation. But for him to say, "No, I go through all of the comments and blah, blah, blah," yet no, they don't. Well, for one, there's way more interaction on theirs. But two, they actually have jobs. They actually do stuff. They actually go out and whatever. What does Owen do? He spends 24/7 on the internet, building and maintaining. He's like the dudes that play video games where it's like kind of in real life, and you build something, then you have to do maintenance on it. That's what he's doing with his internet echo chamber. This is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Matorius. As always, till next time.